Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, I'm Jesse Rebirth, and this toy is coming to you extremely late. This is the SSR Batman Hush figure. We had already done the whole unboxing, but his heads are extremely thin and actually kind of brittle. So when we received ours, one of our ears was messed up. And then in the process of messing with him, both ears on the other head got broken too. I'm really not that rough of a person with these things at all. But he tipped over because he had no base. And his ears both broke. So Karen actually fixed them for me while I was at work. She sanded them, or added epoxy, sanded them, and painted them for me. And I was finally able to get around to this video. This figure, though, SSR is actually like a custom company where they're doing a lot of things like Omni-Man, Black Suit Superman, Kingdom Come Superman, all these different figures, and we've been buying them. We just haven't got around to opening them because we wanted to finish this Hush Batman first. As you can see, he's a very tall 1'6". He's very cool. There are a few awkward things about him, mostly the neck, but we'll get into all that in the video, so go ahead and enjoy. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For any first time viewers, I'm Jesse Rebirth, and as you can see in front of me, I've got a lot of third-party, custom, unlicensed, whatever you want to call it. Let's go with third-party figures right here, and they're all related to Batman. We have the Hush Batman, we have the Titans Robin, we have the, which one is this in over here? Oh, we got the Death in the Family Joker. We got this Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, kind of, it's based off of it, but they took some, they took the design liberal, let's say that. And then we also have this Arkham City Harley Quinn over here. So it's Arkham City Harley Quinn's Revenge. This one's just Clown Queen, SSR Batman, Detective Vigilante from So Toys, and then this is just the Killing Joker, and then SW Toys. So today, though, we're going to be getting into this one right here. Hush Batman was the quintessential Batman for quite a while. Jim Lee had basically reimagined Batman, and his design was perfect. And it lasted for a very long time, at least I think, until Jason Fabok came on the scene and made a Batman even better than his. But let's go ahead and get inside this and let's check him out. Alright, so you can see right here, we got Hush, SSR 1/6 collectible figure. You can see already that this Batman's going to have some nice texture on him. Slides right off. Alright, well, he is going to be cool. Let's go with this first. We got our batarangs. They're very cool. Nice little size. They're not all warped or anything. Very cool. We got this little... Oh, we got a brander right here, like the BVS Batman brander. Very cool. We got his neck piece. I wonder what's actually on him right now. Oh, that's a very cool neck piece. It's actually very... It's got texture to it. Makes me wonder, so we got a Hush with the bandages is what's going on there. Now we got the extra head. It's basically just hollow. That's crazy. Obviously poured in a yellow resin. A very hollow head. Wow. Extra hands. We got fists and an open hand. Probably a batarang hand. Very nice touch, and a fist as well. Let's check this out. That's beautiful. Check out this grappling hook we got right here. That thing is huge. Very short rope, but would have been nice if it was longer so we could have it wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and him holding it, but we could always attach a different string to that. But that is a very big grappling hook. And let's go ahead and pull him up. We have a card down here. We got an SSR times, that actually looks like, oh no, not sure. Let's see. Certificate. Thank you for your support to the SSR team. The clothing and head sculpture of this limited collection are all handmade by our designer team. We will work hard to bring better works to all customers. So you can see there, one of those Joker masks from The Dark Knight. Let me check and see, because I don't think, no, he did not come with a base. So right away, I do not like when these custom figures do not come with a base. Alright. I will say though that this cape is very nice. So we got this bandage head. It was one of the covers of Hush, and Hot Toys had made, oh, both of his ears are chipped. That's a bit disturbing. Yeah.
Do you feel him in there?
No, we'll have to fix him with epoxy sculpt. Well, Prime 1 had done this exact same design with their Hush Batman that we're still waiting to get. So, I mean, it was probably heavily borrowed, but those chipped ears are a bit of a bummer. And it's kind of crazy because these heads are so fragile and hollow that I do not like that at all. Yeah, those are straight. One's just got paint and a tiny chip, and this one is chipped. We'll have to fix those. So you can see this is what goes inside of our head, right here. We'll go ahead and pop that off. Oop. All right, so there's this one and this one. This one actually feels more rubber and this one's more stiff, probably because of the painting on it. It's probably harder to get the paint to adhere to a rubber. You probably need a special type of paint for that. That's gonna go right on there. It's nice because this just goes right on. I do like that, but I do not like how thin these heads are. There we go. He's got a very big neck. Very big neck. Now you can see here, he's got a pretty muscly body. You can see these ripples in his deltoids up here. You can see his bicep. It's a nice suit. Very clean. You can see these gauntlets got some texture on them as well. The bat. Good thing our legs are okay. The bat is a thin rubber protruding off of his chest. It's very nice. I really do like that. That's just kind of like a cosplaying style bat. You can see right here the belt. It is also like a flexible resin, very texturized. We got buff legs all the way down. You can see veins that the body actually holds. I bet you this is a custom body for this Batman. His abs poke through a little bit. You can see his boots down here are very textured as well. And we got the classic famous boot from the front cover of Hush. I dig that. Really like that. That's very cool. This is a very nice figure. The heads are thin and the one head is chipped and broken, but other than that, I mean, he is a nice figure. His underwear are separate. I've always liked Batman when he had his underwear. They did give him a bulge, but he's got a seam that almost makes it look funny. You can see him back here. Look at these traps. And you can see his lats right here. So they used a very buff body. I'd be interested to know if this is like a gangland body or gang hood body, I think it was. But for them doing a custom Batman, this is excellent. They did a good job. His neck is a little too thick. It looks a little strange, but I mean, with his cape up and over it, it's not bad. The cape is big enough to drape down and around him. It is very cool. That neck is not a make or break. I mean, it would look better if it was a little slimmer, but you can see this cape is a very nice size. It's very big. And he is very poseable from what I can tell. Very nice body. I do dig that the fabric shows off all of the muscles he's got going on. This is a nice figure. And they did use some good fabric for his suit. The suit would benefit from some shading on it, but you know, it's funny because Sideshow makes Batmans kind of like this every once in a while. I'll have to pull them out. The normal first Sideshow Batman, then their newest one that's very thin. He's very comparable to those, but yet he's a little better. The only thing is his neck is very odd being that thick, and then the heads are so thin. Like you can see me squeezing it a little bit. It's scary how brittle that is. And I do think he would benefit from a new neck. Maybe those are some changes we can give him. Other than that though, his head sculpt's decent. It does look funny with his big neck. I can't get over the size of that neck. It's just so big. It's so thick. It's almost like it comes out too far to his chin. But, I mean, this is a cool add-on. Just a bummer that his ears are chipped. I do know this toy sold out very quick. Even where I had purchased him from, he's already sold out there too. I hope if you are receiving one, that your ears come safely. I do think he would benefit though, instead of this brander that he came with, I think he would better benefit with a grapple gun, because in Hush, he did have a grapple gun and it's pretty iconic. If you remember, I opened up the Hush Mafex Metacom figure and he came with that classic grapple gun and some really cool attachments with it. But let's get this figure posed up. We'll get him compared with some other ones, and I do really like these boots though. They are very nice. What they did do is they took the file for the boot and they just mirrored it, just flipped it for this one because they have the exact same wrinkles, just going opposites. And you can tell their seam line runs right down the front and down the back of his boot. But other than that, it does look excellent. I think it would have been nice if they painted his joints inside here blue. That would have, any time that kind of went up, it would have hit it very well, but they do fit nicely into the boot. But if you're going to have a pose, you are going to see right in there. And I really think his belt needs to sit lower, but you got to be careful because that seam of his suit. He is a good toy though. I do absolutely dig this hand that holds the battering. Let's see how easy it is to change those out. So it's basically like a hot toy connector. You can see here, maybe a little stronger than a hot toy connector. Well, he would probably benefit from having his hand heated up before attempting. Went in okay. Pretty decent. I do like this. That's very cool. Very cool. Well, let's play around with him for a little bit and we'll see how it flows. Right away, to get him in a pose like this, his ankles don't quite bend enough. And one of the things that I think he would really do well with is painting his joints blue. His hands need a slightly longer joint because it's very hard to get them to line up with gauntlets sometimes, if that makes sense. But he's very imposing. He's very cool looking. You can see he looks good. His muscles are a good size. Everything about him is actually pretty good. I am liking him. He's imposing. He's gonna be a good neutral pose stander, is kind of how I feel about him at the moment. So this is kind of what I was talking about right here. You can see his hand is barely hanging on. His joint just does not go quite long enough to hold it. But I don't know how much he's actually meant to hold pose kind of like that, you know? I know a lot of people really like to play with their toys, but I am digging him. His neck I thought was a little big. In pictures it looks big, but in these videos it's actually looking pretty good if I'm being honest. Definitely think the cape is a good size. I like that he can do things like this with it. But it's funny because capes always bunch out right there. I wish a nice cape that would wrap all the way around and then just fold flat down. Just like we always see them in the comics or the animated series, but the more I mess with him, I really do like him. He has a very solid toy. I'm just bummed about that head still with this guy. And talk about irony, it's kind of my fault, but should have had him on a base, but he fell over and his ears embedded into this box right here just a little bit, but it was enough that it's like they lost a little bit on top. I've literally never had that happen, but it's like his head is very, very, very delicate. Like the thinnest head you've ever seen for a toy. Extremely thin. But the head I'm talking about that's an absolute bummer is the head that's held this video up for some time. This one came all chewed up. I wanted to get some epoxy on it. I just have not had time with my work schedule. That's what completely held this up. And then now, this one, I'm mad at myself for that though. That's totally my fault, but this one came like this. So now you can see his ears fixed, how much better he looks. That background really wants to eat up his focus. So much happier now though. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I was extremely late to the party on this one, but his ears were technically unsatisfactory. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I got something really cool coming up on the next one. If you watch through the little end credits scene, there'll be a teaser of it at the end. I think you're really gonna like it, but it will come up next week. They're gonna start coming out weekly again. I'm getting on top of that. But if you enjoyed this video, please like it, please comment on it, please share it with your friends. But most of all, guys, keep buying toys.